This week, slavery's over. We did it, guys! USA! USA! Well, I won't keep you guys waiting. On the 30th, Major General John C. Fremont orders martial law imposed on all of Missouri. It states, any members who are undertaking in the rebellion are to be court-martialed or executed or imprisoned. Their property shall be confiscated, and any slaves they might own are to be set free. So we did it, guys. We ended slavery in Missouri, and only those belonging to Confederates. And also, it's already unpopular. Not all states that are in the Union are 100% pro-abolitionists. Many pro-unionists in Louisville, Kentucky are very angry about this order and sent a telegram to the president. There was not a day to lose in disavowing emancipation, or Kentucky has gone over the mill dam. So yeah, with the threat of losing a state like Kentucky, it is unlikely that this will remain in place for very long. So we did it, guys. We freed all of the slaves in a specific place, owned by a specific person, for at most a few weeks. Though there is some hope. Fremont sent his wife to plead the case to Lincoln. On the 31st, promotions. So we now know who the cream of the crop of the Confederacy is. The following are to be promoted to full general, the highest rank in the Confederacy. P.G.T. Beauregard, Joseph E. Johnston, Robert.E.Lee, Albert Sidney Johnston, and Samuel Cooper. I just ranked them from lowest seniority to highest seniority. So that means that Samuel Cooper is the Confederacy's top guy. Cooper is an adjunct and inspector general. That means his specialty is organization. And that is exactly what the Confederacy needs right now. Being a semi-independent state that has to now build an army on the fly made up of a bunch of random state militias and volunteers, it will probably take a very strong organizer. But will Cooper and his 4 other full generals be enough to secure a victory for the Confederacy? Only time will tell. On September 2nd, a skirmish at Gallienus. This is another attack by the Apache in Arizona, but not the same Apache as before. These come from a different tribe. 4 Confederate cavalrymen are sent out to scout any possible Union advance. They travel all day, but before they can find any, it's nighttime, and they must take camp. It is at dawn they awake and see 3 Apache warriors. This should be no problem. They mount their horses ready for a charge. Before they can charge and sweep away the small amount of Apache warriors, 27 other Apaches arrive on the field and start releasing arrows at them. A charge can't combat a force 10 times their size, so they must seek cover. They run behind a tree for this. They get ready to take out their muskets, and click. Not a bang. Their muskets don't fire. Either the morning dew has wetted their gunpowder, or the Apache had tampered with their weapons during the night. Either way, this isn't the end. For the cavalrymen, they're lucky. They have also revolvers, so they take them out and start blasting. For 2 hours, the Apache release arrows, and the cavalrymen return with gunfire. During this exchange of gunfire and arrows, 3 of the 4 Confederate cavalrymen are killed. The last one looks around, hops on one of his now fallen comrades' horses, and books it. We don't know how many Apache are killed, or if any. Personally, I don't think any were, because the fleeing Confederate cavalrymen doesn't report any of their deaths, and due to the lack of them able to use muskets, I have a feeling their fire was not that very accurate. But what I can tell you with certainty is that once the remaining Confederate cavalryman gets back, he reports the loss. The Confederates want revenge. Also on the 2nd, a battle in Drywood Creek, Missouri. As we all know, Major General John C. Fremont took over the Missouri forces, but Senator Lane takes over the Kansas forces, though they are very significantly smaller than Missouri forces. For this upcoming battle, Lane will have 600 men to take on 6,000 under Sterling Price and his Missouri State Guard. Drywood Creek is no longer a creek. It's just dry wooded area, overlooking the road where Sterling Price is currently marching down. A perfect place for an ambush. Price's forces are marching down the road when Lane's skirmishers open fire. Price immediately realizes that his forces are not in good position for a long-range fight, so he immediately orders a charge. The Union skirmishers fall back to the main force of the Union. Major General Sterling Price's force don't stop. They continue till they are a few hundred feet away from the Union and open fire. What ensues is a 2-hour slogging match. Gunfire is exchanged from both sides. The cries of the dying echo in every man's ears, hoping and praying that they're not the next one. In the end, the Union is lost against the Confederates' significant numbers. During the battle, more and more of those numbers are used to spread out their line and quickly trying to envelop the Union. The Union flee. They leave behind a lot of their supplies and mules. In fact, some are already calling this the Battle of the Mules, which is a little funny. The Union loses 5 men and 6 wounded. The Confederates lose 2 men and 23 wounded. The next day, Major General Leonidas Polk of the Confederacy orders Brigadier General Gideon Pillow to take Columbus, Kentucky. He wants a show of force against Unionist Kentuckians, and also to secure the flank of Virginia, the industrial center of the Confederacy. Now, this violates Kentucky's neutrality, but as I have said a million times, no one cares. Wait a minute, that's not what happens. While both sides have been recruiting within Kentucky, military intervention is new, and seems to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Many Kentuckians are now running towards Union recruiting centers, and those who are willing to stay home are calling upon their government to throw their full weight behind the Union and to take up arms against the invading threat of the Confederacy. On the 4th, federal reinforcements reached Lexington, Missouri. Now, Lexington, Missouri is a small town on the Missouri River. It deals primarily with agriculture, so it really isn't that big of a deal. There's not really a good reason the Union should be securing it, if it wasn't for the banks there. Now, Sterling Price is trying to keep his army going. He is very low on cash. It's hard to keep them content. But if he could reach the banks of Lexington, he could give his men a payday and keep them in line for a few weeks, or even a few months longer. And then there's Sickles. During these parties, Sickles meets the president again, but under better conditions than before, when he was begging for his commission so he could save the Union and all that. And it seems to really pay off for him, because the Auxiliary Brigade, under his command, is put on parade through Washington, D.C., and the president reviews it, right next to our hero, General Sickles. I have a sneaking suspicion his friendship with Mary Todd Lincoln is paying off. And that's where the week ends, with Missouri heating up, the state picking a side, and Sickles a little more powerful than before.
Hello, it's the entire Civil War Week by Week team here. If you like this video and want to see more, you can click here for a playlist of the entire war up till now. If you really liked the video and want to be made alert the second the next one comes out, you can click around here to subscribe. If you liked the video but have problems with commitment, you can click here-ish to watch another video. If you like the video, please like it. And if you disliked the video, well, you're a traitor and I'll link into you as soon as possible.